Welcome to this episode of the Coolfm Foodies show. And I wanted to tell everyone to make sure you watch till the end. We're going to have a word for you to comment after you see this video for a chance to win a prize from today's guest. So make sure you watch till the end. Hey everybody, I'm Brady McManus, your host of the Coolfm Foodies show. And this week we have Bisbone Ferments as our guest. And Mark, correct?
Yeah, it's Mark, and the business is actually called Bisbone Ferments.
Bisbone.
Bisbone.
Oh, so Bisbone Ferments.
It's because we are located totally off the grid, and we produce all the food in a area that's directly in between Tombstone and Bisbee, so we called it Bisbone. It just made us laugh every time we said it, so we named our acreage Bisbone. And what we did was we decided we wanted to start selling at the Bisbee Farmers Market, and so we started learning how to ferment foods. We'd already been fermenting vegetables for a couple of years prior, but we really got deep into it, figure out international flavors, like what all the processes are and how we can do this legally and safely. And so here we are. We got Bisbone Ferments. You can buy these at the Bisbee Market.
Yeah, and it's really remarkable. Like, I was expecting like a couple, like when you say ferments, like for me, you know, I automatically just think like a Korean restaurant, if you will. You got your cucumbers, your kimchi, and stuff like that. And then what you brought was a plethora of different items, and you know, we can't really see it here, but we got some delicious breads to try too.
That's right. That's fermented sourdough is what that is.
Fermented sourdough.
It's not just regular sourdough, like done the same day. That's been fermented in a refrigerated environment overnight and then baked, so it's got extra sour flavor.
Oh, that's awesome! And you partner this business with your wife, correct?
Correct. She's the baker. She does all the baking. She's a genius in the kitchen. She's guided me, and we kind of worked together to develop all of the fermented flavors. We learned how to make the hummus together. We also make a hummus product. And it's just been a real roller coaster ride, a lot of fun and rewarding.
And so you guys make the hummus?
Yeah, I hand make the hummus every week. Wow. I actually believe this is the best hummus anywhere in our area. Like, I've tried all the brands and everybody that makes hummus, including in restaurants. And this, to me, tastes the best. I mean,
tooting your own horn. That's okay.
Yeah. Well,
there's
the only reason
I
could say that a little bit because we did for a few years live in the Great Lakes area, in an area that's heavily Lebanese populated. And so we were able to go into some of these little restaurants and bodegas and taste literally some of the best hummus in North America. And we moved down here, and there just isn't as many, like, there's isn't many places that sell it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the store-bought stuff, usually it's got some, I don't know, like, I guess preservatives.
Yeah, all kinds of different stuff. And like, do you guys? So one of my favorites, and I never had it. So the best hummus I ever had anywhere is I was actually in a country called Oman, and I was in Salalah, and there was a Lebanese restaurant there, and that was the first place I actually had baba ganoush.
Yeah, baba ganoush. We may start making.
I love baba ganoush.
I actually want to start getting into making baba ganoush. I also love it. It's amazing.
For those watching, because I guarantee you that most people have never heard this.
It's like an eggplant hummus.
It's an eggplant hummus,
it's amazing.
I hate eggplant. I hate everything about it. There's never been, besides baba ganoush, I've never had an eggplant that I've liked. Like, there's some that aren't bad, but it's one of those foods, like, if I'm starving on a desert island, I'll eat eggplant.
So we make ours the traditional Lebanese style. It's non-garlic, so that lets the tahini, salt, and fresh squeezed lemon shine through. The flavors balance each other. Once I add garlic to it, I'm not tasting the fresh squeezed lemon. I'm not tasting the tahini the same. So we focused on making it where our topper is what makes it more of the Lebanese flavor. That's the za'atar hummus here.
Yeah.
So it's got this one has our seasoning blend that we make ourselves of za'atar, because even the pre-made za'atars we found out have, like, you know, different starches added to it and wheat glutens and things that we don't want in it. We want it just the seasoning. So we found ways to get like the best sumac imported, and then we'll find you know, like all the different, there's like 6 different spices in the za'atar that make it what it is. And people who've never had it, I can describe it. It's like a citrusy, zesty, herby flavor. It's not spicy at all. Definitely balances out with the hummus. great for dipping veggies or anything really. But,
Really, yeah.
but that one's excellent for veggies and for like chips and breads and
I
stuff like
guess the
that.
chips, that's
We
what I would
also
try.
have one that has our chili crisp topper on it. And
Yeah.
the chili crisp we sell a product called Chili Crunch Oil, which is like a sort of an Asian-inspired salsa matcha. So that has sesame oil. It's got like fried shallots, fried garlic, and we get them crispy. Then we remix it in like the fry oil in with the solids and in with a bunch of different like spices and stuff to make this kind of a matcha flavor.
Yeah.
So it's roasty, not too hot, but once you get into it, it's hard to stop eating.
It's hard to stop.
One of
You
our
just
top
keep
sellers.
going and going and going.
Yeah.
Might have to take a drink of water, but you're not going to stop.
Yeah, or just dip more into the hummus because the hummus cools it down.
Oh, there you
know what
go.
I mean?
It kind of
So
works.
nice
for
hot
just
and
balance.
cool balance. Yeah.
So where, or well, not where, but when did you guys really start doing this? Like, not as a hobby, like for yourself, but
professionally.
when you were like, okay, I want to see if we can start making money with this.
It was last June. It was June of last year. And
so you're new
at doing this at the market for sure. And we've had a ton of community support. We have a lot of friends, and we've made friends with a lot of locals in Bisbee and people that we're personal friends with that come every week and buy
you guys were
from
recommended to us by a previous guest we had. Yes,
that's right. That's actually how we got into the business too. Was you interviewed Weedy Wiedenthal from Wiedenthal Farms. He runs the Bisbee Farmers Market, and it's interesting because we're all off-grid people that have acreage or building and living off-grid, and so his family would come to our like kind of Amish barn raising style building groups. It would be every other week. We'd meet up. And we still do it. We meet up and we help build on each other's ranches,
so cool.
Do big projects that take lots of hands and lots of work. And we were really looking for something we could do and sell at the Bisbee market. And we're like, it's got to be food. I mean, we're foodies. We've always been foodies.
But being able to find something that not everyone's doing, or it's at every farmer's market. Because I have seen, say, kimchi.
Yeah, they'll have
but I have
one item
not
or something.
seen this level of flavor profiles from one vendor. In the fermented, and like I am super excited to try it. But so you got with them through the building and stuff.
Since
so
he
then
runs,
how did that go?
Since he runs the market, he saw a need for it. He knew we were already into fermented vegetables and stuff, and he's like, "I'll give you guys a month of free rent at the market if you want to try and pursue this." And so he really helped guide us into becoming a successful booth, and very thankful for that, and thankful for the community for coming out and responding so well to it, because we love it. Hopefully our foodiness and love for our products shines through. I really expect that it does.
I think because I love the name. The name is extremely catchy, and the Bisbone Ferments. That's just awesome. It's super easy to remember, and it's one of those names you don't even really have to give someone a business card. I like a business where you don't forget it, and if you tell someone else, they're going to remember it. And when they go to the Bisbee Farmer Market, even if they did forget it up here, as soon as they see that name, they're going to go, Bisbone. That was remember what Mark was telling you, or whoever was telling us about.
Right.
This is where we got to get some. So that's really genius on the marketing side.
So I went to college for marketing.
Did you really?
Yeah, but that's not how it came to be. It's just because
how did the name? Or you already told us because
we just loved it where it was located. We kept using it, and then we started a YouTube channel called I think it's called our YouTube channel is Bisbone, the Bisbone Ranch.
Okay.
Bisbone Ranch, yeah. So you guys can look it up if you want. Bisbone Ranch. It's kind of a fledgling YouTube thing. We're just showing some of our off-grid building adventures and stuff like that. And that's the first thing we built was a bakehouse, food production laboratory. So yeah, like literally the first thing we built.
You didn't say room or shed. It was a laboratory.
Yeah, it's a lab because we had to get it climate control. We had to have hot water. We had to have all the stuff. Like,
how was that process? Because a lot of people who have cottage license, I'm assuming you guys operate under a cottage license.
It's all cottage, correct.
So was there a big difference? Did you do the bread first and then the ferments?
What's interesting is because of the cottage laws in Arizona, we're in a very lucky state here to be able to do this. That when we applied, it was actually my wife did all the online application
and what's her
stuff.
name, by the
Heather.
way?
Heather did it. And so what's interesting is she was able to literally list everything that not just we wanted to sell now, but potentially want to sell in the future. And all is one application. So it was bread, hummus, fermented vegetables, salsas, chili oils.
Yeah.
All the stuff that we sell is all allowed by Cottage, and it's all put in through our original application. And when they approved it, it was all of it. So
That is awesome.
we were able to just hit the ground running 100 miles an hour. And it took a little while to get used to the production time and the work that goes into it, because you don't know the flow of how a farmer's market's going to go. We're only there.
Even the weather can just drastically kill your sales.
Exactly.
You have a 60-mile-an-hour wind day. You already know you're not
selling much. And there has been a couple like that, but there's been somewhere it's raining when we get there. It's overcast and cold, and we're in coats, and it'll end up being the busiest market day, because the sun comes out, it warms up, it dries. You just don't know. You can't predict. So we just show up, rain or shine. We have been sort of scheduling weekends off, to continue our big house build and all the stuff around
the
it
other
on
stuff,
the ranch.
life.
Yeah. So we'll always put that on our social media too. If we're not going to be there, we always post if we're not going to be there that week. But it's most weeks we're always there.
Okay, so out of how many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9.
There's 9 flavors. Yeah.
What was the first one?
Very first thing we made was the juniper kraut right here. This is actually our local favorite.
Did you guys hear that? He said juniper.
Mm-hmm.
Juniper kraut. This is the color doesn't come through. This looks exactly like that German cabbage.
It's like fuchsia color is what it is.
That color of it. That's what it reminds me of when I see it. And so that was your very first one.
Yeah, and it's a similar flavor to a traditional kraut, but I can tell you what makes it special. Juniper berry is one of the most complex fruit flavors on earth. That's why they make gin out of it. If you chew one, it'll transform the flavor like Willy Wonka style into being citrusy, a little earthier. It'll go through all these different profiles as you eat it. And so that absorbs into the cabbage in this. We're using 2 different types of cabbage to make that. It's got garlic, it's got caraway seeds, and it's got the juniper berries in it.
Awesome. Is you guys taking notes so you can start writing on?
Well, I mean, the ingredients are all listed on here. Every single one is totally different. You think
it's just I tell people all the time, I can tell someone, give them the exact recipe of how I do my ribs or how I make our gravy, but
still won't be.
Doesn't mean you're going to be able to do it.
I mean, there's a lot more to it than just what goes in it. It's the fermentation part of it, how we actually are.
And so, what is the latest flavor you've created?
The newest flavor was the Shiva kraut. This is the most recent one we made.
Say that again?
It's called Shiva kraut. It's
Shiva?
Shiva. We're calling it that. It's almost like an Indian curry masala flavor. So it's fenugreek and fennel seed. It's got ginger, just a bunch of different seasonings. You can check it out on here. But the idea is we wanted it to taste like something you throw on some rice, eat it with some.
Oh, wow.
We've been eating it we actually made some lamb and hamburger combined to make our own hero meat and just throw a little bit of that on it, and it really shines because it's got that the best way to describe it's like maple forward. The fenugreek has a maple core to it, but that's the curry flavor. You'll just have to taste it and see. I want to get your reaction to these.
Yeah, I know.
It's also got Thai peppers in it. We made it with no spice originally, with all the same seasonings, and it tasted great. But the feedback we were getting from people was it's missing something to taste.
That one, or sometimes I've eaten something it's really, really good, but it's not that it's just missing something. It's almost like a tunnel or one dimensional. It's one really good flavor, but it doesn't do anything else.
The spice fixed it because it's so expected when you taste something that's like a Indian food flavor or curry especially should have a little bit of kick. I mean, they might argue about that in the Midwest, but we put spice in this because I think it needs it. It absolutely needed it.
And then so we got the very first one, the most recent one, but overall, what's the best seller?
Oh, the Curtido for sure. Curtido.
You didn't even have to think twice.
Just because of where we are, what types of food we eat here. Lots of
Curtido.
Latin American food here. There's that's actually a Central American kraut.
Jalapeno, sausage peppers, habanero. Yeah, I can see why.
Peppers. Yeah,
cilantro. Ooh, this
cilantro,
is
lime zest, and it complements any kind of Mexican food, Latin American food, Central American food. They traditionally put that on pupusas, and if you know what a pupusa is, it's like a stuffed, almost like a taco, but not. It's just inside, the masa thing and fried up. You put that on it, and it makes all the other flavors shine around it. And same same for any Mexican food. We've put that on carne asada, put it on like chicken, and
Oh, wow.
it's complex, but it's like a predictable flavor. Like,
Okay, I like that
yeah,
description. That's a
yeah.
good one. So, last before we get into the tasting, because we are hitting into our 15-minute
Oh yeah,
mark here, but give us a little bit of breakdown, even for someone that's experienced in cooking. But what is a fermented product, and what's kind of the process to
Sure.
make it? Because besides going and buying it from a Korean restaurant or other markets. I've never fermented anything before, ever. I mean, I've pickled. I don't think that's the same thing, though.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
I'll tell you why.
So
too.
give us an idea of what is fermenting, and then what is kind of the process.
So fermenting it uses only salt. So everything else is just to add flavor or to change the taste profile. But salt is the main thing that allows you to ferment it.
Okay.
And what it is, we don't add any brine to any of these. These are all just the moisture that's inside the cabbage, which is why we're using organic and stuff. And
so all that liquid is what the salt has.
Yeah,
just
you're
pulls
pulling
out.
that out, and then you have to cut it a certain way. And then we're using these fermenting vessels. Some people use crocks, but we use glass so we can sterilize them. That way, between the ferment, we make sure they're sterile, and then we actually press all of the stuff into its own brine, so it's pulled it out. And there's a whole process even to get to that point. You use weights on top of it to make sure it's under the moisture all the time. Then you start the ferment. And we're using, like snap lids. Like usually it's like a
to kind of let pressure out.
To let the pressure out, yeah, because they can explode if you.
I was gonna say, have you had one explode?
We have not had one explode, but we have had lids pop open briefly, let the gas out, and it'll reseal itself. But we're pretty on point with, routinely burping them as they ferment, and that's also how you can tell when it's mature. Because when it stops producing the gas, it's done. It's like you've metabolized everything in it. What you're basically doing is growing a delicious and healthy bacteria farm inside.
It's like a probiotic.
It's a probiotic, yeah, exactly. What it is, it's lactobacillus. It's a safe to ingest, not just safe, but it's a preservative style of bacteria that adds flavor. So the real thing we're after isn't just, for gut health, which it does do that. It isn't just to preserve the vegetables, which it does that too, which is why it's so traditional. It's in every culture that they ferment their vegetables to make them last through winter. This is pre-refrigeration, right? The thing I'm after is the flavor you get from it. Because what it does is you get this like umami flavor. It's like a citrusy umami. It's almost like a lime, lemony, vinegar flavor, but with a little sweetness to it, and like that full, rich middle mouth flavor that you can't get any other way. The same thing is like if you get like a really high quality cheese, it'll have like a flavor that you can't just like reproduce that easily.
Yeah.
So that's what we're after, and we use that as the base. That's why we have them arranged so you can taste like just the classic German kraut first, as we go down, so you can get more wild and more crazy,
more wild,
more international.
Crazy. It was just too wild and crazy, guys.
Some of them are like really predictable. Like everybody knows what kimchi is supposed to taste like.
No, they don't.
I'm surprised to hear that.
That is complete.
I guess I just
there's
grew
a lot
up
of
around
people who
kimchi.
think they know good kimchi, and they are so wrong. That Costco kimchi, that's trash.
It's pure salt.
Pure trash.
They're putting like
every time someone
salt.
tells me that it's good, I'm like, you shouldn't talk.
No, yeah. So try our kimchi. Come to the market, try it, and then you'll know.
Yeah. No, that is awesome.
But
and so you got the fermentation process, and then if someone were to buy this, like if I make the drive to Bisbee from here, which some people seems like a long drive, but it's really not. But if you did, and I wanted to buy, say, one jar of each, do they need to be refrigerated? And what is my shelf life?
All right, this is it's a complex question, but this is as far as the way we produce it. I'll start with that. So what we do is we get the flavor and the texture exactly how we want it. We jar them, we label them, and then we put them in we have a refrigerator in the laboratory, and that slows down the fermentation. So that way when we bring them to market.
So when they ferment, they're not in the fridge.
They're not in the fridge. These are live active ferments, and these are done at room temperature and room humidity, right?
Gotcha.
And then once they're refrigerated, that sort of like slows down the bacteria growth, locks in that flavor and texture. And in the refrigerator, they're good for months and months and months. Like there's people that have left not our ferments, but like we've done it in the past where we left a ferment in the fridge. It was in there for 6-8 months, and you get it back out. You're like, there's no way this is good. Open it up, no
So
mold.
you're not given a specific date.
We make a production date. So like this is what you'll see on the jars.
Yeah, I see that 2/6/26. So these are
anything that doesn't have it, we just jarred up to yesterday or today.
But the health department doesn't say, hey, you need to put a date on there.
Yeah, not an expiration date, because that depends on how you handle it. They're actually shelf stable. You could put it not even a refrigerator on your kitchen shelf. And here's the kicker. The solids have to be pushed down into the liquids. So we'll tell people use a clean spoon. If you don't want to refrigerate it, use a clean spoon. Push the solids down, make sure they're under that brine, reseal it, and it'll sit there and continue to ferment on your countertop.
Does that intensify the flavor?
It changes it. It doesn't necessarily intensify it, but it'll make it where it's more of that crowdy, sour, like citrusy flavor. Sauerkraut, exactly. And if you've ever had like a German sauerkraut that's like really, really fermented, it's like, it's not even crunchy anymore, and it's just that pure sour flavor. That's what it'll turn into.
Gotcha.
They'll essentially all taste like that if you let it go long enough.
Awesome.
You'll lose some of those like middle flavors. It's not going to taste bad. It's not going to go bad. It's still edible, but we try to lock them in at the best possible flavor profile, if that makes sense. And if people want, we've sold to people like living in vans and stuff and traveling, and the feedback is still just fine, even a week later, as long as you know how to handle it. Because these are not like pasteurized or anything. These are live ferments, which is good, because even like a pickle is not normally fermented. It could be, but usually they put vinegar in there, which kills all the bacteria. So you don't have any kind of bacterial change over time with the pickle. So it just eventually goes bad. It just goes bad. It won't like continue to ferment. Is what it's doing is this like moisture in there is actually like keeping the bad bacteria out. It can't grow in that environment. So only the good bacteria grows in there.
Awesome. Well, that was a lot of information and a lot of good conversation.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't scare anybody off. This is just true ferments.
And you shouldn't. I think this community actually supports a lot of these foods, because just you got some of the shops and stuff, and I always see people in there, and I think your product is such a great introductory product for someone who hasn't had them, because it's not store-bought. So I think if you're someone who has only had store-bought fermented vegetables, especially kimchi, or even at the restaurants, and they don't make their own, forget that out of your mind, literally flush it and go give it another shot, because it actually is a delicious food. And especially done right. And I'll be able to tell you how true that is here in just a second. But we are going to get into the tasting, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back, and we are going to get into the best part of the show, at least for me, is I get to try everything. We're going to go a little bit faster than normal. I'm not going to spend as much time on each one, because we have nine of the krauts to try, 2 different breads and 2 different hummuses. So this is by far the record. You guys have brought the most food. But we're going to actually start over here. I'm going to start with the bread. And now, what kind of bread am I eating right here?
This is actual fermented sourdough bread. So this is made with a live starter. It's a live starter that we feed every day. And so it's really developed. We've been keeping that starter going for a long time. And then when she forms the loaves, she actually lets them ferment overnight in a refrigerated space, and then bakes them the next morning. And by doing that, it like gets that extra sour flavor.
I was just going to say, that comes through so strong right at the end. This is so like, holy moly. You can actually see one of the holes in there. It is so airy, so soft, and like out of sourdoughs, this is the most sour, but in the best possible way.
And like a true sourdough, that crust is going to be a lot harder and thicker.
You see how hard it was for me to pull apart? Yeah. That was like ripping. You could tow a car with that crust.
Yeah, but that's the sign.
But that's a sign of awesome sourdough.
Yeah,
because don't sourdough is like water or something on the crust, like make it more.
So my wife does all the baking. I don't actually know that information.
So what is this first?
So
hummus?
That is our famous handmade hummus, and it's got za'atar seasoning on top of it, which is like
za'atar. I'm going to eat this off the bread instead
Middle
of
Eastern
chips,
spice blend. Yeah, go for it.
So good.
It really does pair good with bread.
That is just a punch in the mouth of flavor.
What do you think, though? It's not like spicy, huh? It's like it's
no. You almost think like it first comes off like, oh, this is gonna be almost like peppery, right? And what herb is that that's causing that?
so it's sumac is the main thing you're tasting.
Oh yeah, but then there's no pepper at all. It doesn't.
No pepper. No,
Yeah,
no. It's
but
got
you like, but that like your initial taste bud reaction, especially with just an Americanized palate,
yeah.
was like, oh, that's a lot of pepper. But then you're surprised that it's like, oh wait, that's not pepper.
It's kind of mild if you think about what's in it. And it's mainly sumac, thyme, Mediterranean oregano. Does have some coriander powder in it, which isn't for everyone. Just a tiny amount.
I gotta try this hummus by itself now.
Yeah, try it. It's got some cumin in it and some salt.
It's so
That's
smooth. Like, so what do you got? A Vitamix?
No.
That is like so creamy, so smooth. It almost has like, it's like the hummus, but it has like a texture of sour cream.
It's very
like that really
very smooth.
It's not grainy at all that you get from a lot of different hummuses. And then this one, I've had your chili crisp.
So you know what that topper tastes like. It's the same hummus underneath it, but
I know
transforms it to a whole different flavor profile once you mix it with that.
I'm so going to eat all of this. This one is so good. I already know this is going to be awesome.
We're all addicted to that one. There's definitely been weeks at the farmers market where like, man, I hope I don't sell out. I could use one of those.
Oh, really?
but I sell them anyway. Like I'm never going to tell people like, sorry, I'm taking that home.
Man, that is just like if Arizona had a hummus, like a national or state hummus dish, that'd be it. That is so good. I love the chilies in it and the crunch. Like you said, I've eaten a lot of different chili oils and stuff, and they don't actually have the crunch, or they're so crunchy that they hurt your teeth that you can't chew them.
Yeah,
like that's the other one.
Both ways. That's why we make it ourselves. No other way to replicate it. So there's two different flavors of focaccia here. One of these is a kimchi focaccia.
Actually, there's kimchi.
Yeah, this is the kimchi focaccia here. Yeah.
My son makes focaccia, so I have to make sure I don't make him mad going, oh, man, no.
It's totally different, though, because typical focaccia, you're going to put, like, garlic or, like, some... We do actually make one that's like a kind of a Italian seasoning blend. We didn't bring that one today. But the kimchi, just because of the saltiness and that, like, umami flavor that comes with it, it's perfect.
That is so strange. And there it is. It's like just kimchi bread.
It's like totally different, unexpected, huh?
I would put like bulgogi beef on top of that, and just make a bulgogi beef sandwich with that kimchi focaccia bread. That sounds good. So good. I love that. You squeeze it, and you can just hear it crunch. Mm-hmm. That is awesome. All right, next one. That's a winner. I'm not joking. If anyone makes like your bulgogi meats and stuff. That's a home run. That would be like the best sandwich ever.
This is the one that she makes every week. It's the chili crisp focaccia. So it's the same topper that's on that hummus, but on a focaccia. So it's got some warmth too. It's got a little heat.
I feel a little bit of that heat. That kimchi one though, that's the home run.
That's awesome.
I like that one better. This one's still really good, but that kimchi one, my mind is still going back to like things.
Oh boy, that's awesome.
Okay, all of these fantastic.
Into the krauts now.
I have to say the chili hummus. Oh man, that was so unique.
They're just so different, huh?
They are. That is like they're both my favorite, but in different ways. But if I had to just take one, it'd probably be this one because I've never tasted anything like it.
That was our original flavor. Most of the people that tried it had never had anything like it.
That's what I'm saying. It's just so unique that I would sit there and just keep trying to figure out the complexity of it because that's just how my brain works when I eat something. Okay, so here we go.
Ye olden kraut.
This is which one?
It's called ye olden. It's straight up just caraway seed, salt, and cabbage. Is all that's in it.
That's all that's in
this.
How was that not the first one you made?
It's
the most basic one. Or we're going to start with something freaking.
Because we had already been doing ferments for ourselves, and we actually made the curtido just personally for our own flavor, like just as a house, and loved it. That's the one that we tried first to make. And then later went back into that because like, man, I got to master classic German kraut.
I'm going to have all these seeds in my teeth. Man, that's just so crisp and refreshing. You're right. It's your basic kraut, but it's better than like, your basic like store-bought kraut. Because you can just taste fresh, clean, good foods. And man, and for something that's fermented in salt, I'm literally got like
caraway seeds.
It's not super salty. Like,
yeah,
that's the part that's kind of surprising. Like, you expect it to just be like overwhelming and so much salt that you're like, oh, I can't keep going. But all right, so now this is that juniper.
Yeah, this is the first one that we brought to the market. That, and I think we had one other flavor, maybe two other flavors, but have not been able to keep it in stock.
Like, this is just this is how you trick kids into eating vegetables. Does the cabbage, when you ferment, does the cabbage itself lose any of its nutritional content?
I don't believe so. It will pull the moisture out, but since we're not like draining that out, that's in the that's actually in the whatever it is we're making. So I don't think it actually loses anything.
Okay.
You're gaining some proteins and some extra.
This is a question I've never asked. I've never looked up.
I know that it does grow some other attributes because of the bacteria and stuff like that. So you do gain some like proteins and probiotics and stuff by fermenting it. But yeah, I don't think you lose anything from the cabbage by salting it.
Wow. I still can't believe just how crunchy this stuff is. That one, that's really hard to describe. It's like very, very, like you hear juniper berry, you think, in my mind, before I ate it, this is why I don't taste anything before we record, because I would already know what I'm going to say. Now my ass is on the spot. So,
it's more fun that way.
It's, like, I was expecting like a lot more sweetness to come through. I actually didn't think it was really sweet at all.
It's really not.
Like, this is a good, like, just like the perfect accent to a dish. Like, it doesn't overpower. It doesn't come over super strong. If you didn't tell someone they were eating fermented cabbage, I don't think they would know.
We put that on hamburgers, grilled cheeses, rice, eggs.
Like, it doesn't have that. Like I said, a lot of people, including myself, when you see something like this, you automatically are thinking everything's going to be overly fermented like kimchi. Then it's going to have some sort of baseline to kimchi as you go down this line. Not the case, not even the slice. This is perfect for someone. This would be like one I'd have someone try. This one already too, because like that's just so traditional. Okay, so this is
beet kraut. This is the beet kraut.
So this is actually beets or cabbage?
It's beets. It's got cabbage, beets, apple, crushed ginger, and garlic in it. It's I don't know what to think of it, but man,
this seems like the one that you don't like.
I know I do like it. But
you're like, I
do like it, but it's got some sweetness to it because it's apple and it's got obviously beets in it.
I would love beets.
This is how we eat it as a salad topper. So we'll make a big old garden salad. Just sprinkle some of that on the top of it, dressing with it.
When you smell it, all you can smell is beets.
Beets are definitely the forward flavor in that.
That one is earthy. Yeah, those beets.
Those are local grown beets too. You'll get those from the McNeil Co-op. Actually, no, I think we got them at the farmer's market for this batch.
Yeah?
Yeah,
definitely got that root vegetable flavor profile, that earthiness that comes through. Like, there's no, like this one I was saying, it kind of threw me off of what I was eating. I had no clue or no question about what I was eating in that one. I didn't get any of the apple though.
Yeah, the apple does. It's a smaller amount. It basically
beets are so powerful.
Yes, and I think the apple just to add just a little bit of extra sweetness to remove one layer of the earthiness. Like it does still, you get that beet flavor, that earthiness. But if we didn't put the apple in it, then it's going to be just
pure beet,
straight beet. You're just going to be like, all right, it's just beets, you know.
Yeah,
there's more to it than beets though.
That's a. Like I said, this would be like an accent, like how you said on a salad or something,
right?
Where you have these other flavors that kind of lift it, and then it kind of balances out a little bit.
This one's becoming our most popular one.
The one I'm about to try?
Yeah. It's just called dilly kraut. We have a dog named Dill. Dilly is what we call him. And what it is, it's basically just cabbage, dill pickles. It's got
smells like a.
It's.
Oh, I love pickles.
It's got this is dill that we got also at the farmers market from our neighbor vendor, who's amazing. She's a fantastic grower.
It's really smart to have that too. So if you get people that come to your booth and they're like, I don't really like fermented foods. I like pickles. You're like, good, come here.
Yeah, exactly.
Try this.
That's why
you
it's
guys
like a
give
gateway.
samples at your booth or your stand.
Absolutely, right? Because just like you said, it's like you can look at this all you want, and you're never going to get the taste of it or what the profile is. You might buy this and hate it. You might buy this one might be the one for you, and you just didn't know because you didn't try it. So
what do you guys sell the jars for?
The jars, so they're all $12 except for the kimchi is $15 because Napa cabbage organic is very expensive, and the processing that goes into this one is like a whole extra step of the process.
Do you guys do a deal of like $12 each or 4 for $45 or something?
We're willing to work with people sometimes if they custom order stuff. We've done that, but the other thing is we sterilize and recycle these jars. If people bring them back, we give you $1 off. So it's like a punch card. You buy 12, you're going to get your 13th one free. Just bring the jars back.
That's awesome.
So we put that on hamburgers, sandwiches.
That is so good.
Anything that would be a pickle, use that instead. And it's just a more complex flavor than pickle. It's not vinegar.
It really, really is. What else is in what? Dill and
it's got dill, it's got garlic, and it's got parsnips, I think, or turnips. It's got turnips.
Turnips. Yeah, that was. Oh yeah, I would use that on so many. I would put that on top. I don't know why. I always think of something on top. I'd do like French fries with some sort of sauce, and then just pile that cabbage on top.
Oh yeah.
Like a dill sauce. I made a delicious burger at the restaurant. And we made this dill sauce that went under, and now we just pile.
This could be a really cool base
so...
ingredient for like a fry sauce. Actually, that would be great.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something
style thing or something.
That is super. That is so unique. I've not out of this one was pretty unique. Beets, I wouldn't say was as unique because I've had so many beets. I mean, beets, and I've had lots. This was super cool. Like I could get my daughter to try that one because she loves pickles.
I can't wait for you to try this
All
one.
right.
Tito.
Yeah, this.
I don't want to oversell it. Just try it.
No, you said, what was it? You got, it was jalapenos, habaneros, salsa pepper. What's a salsa pepper?
Salsa pepper is basically a serrano.
Gotcha. Oh. It smells like salsa. Like, that's what it smells like. Like if I'm
it's like a pico de gallo, but fermented.
Yeah.
If you picture that, like think of that profile in the ferment. Like pico de gallo, you would add like a lot of lime juice and vinegar. You get that same central flavor from literally just the fermentation.
Holy cow. Everything's swirling. That is so good. That one, what would I'd put it in soups. Like a lot of different soups. I think it'd be awesome. And I would turn this into a soup. Just was like that was like some ground beef and bacon, and just making me a what is it called again? Cardon or what's the name of it?
Curtito. It's curtito.
I'd make me a curtito soup, curtito cabbage soup.
Oh, that sounds good.
My grandma used to make a cabbage soup with ground beef and bacon, and just cabbage and then vegetable stock. It was awesome. That could become like the best-selling soup ever.
It's got all the flavors.
And then just jar that and sell it for freaking $10 a can of soup.
So
that is awesome. That is awesome.
This one is Smoky Hatchet that you're about to try. We're calling it Smoky Hatchet because it's got roasted hatch chilies in it is the main heat. It's got
people around here know what hatch chilies are.
Right. It's got Morita peppers in it, which are like on their way to becoming a chipotle. It's like partially smoked dried pepper in there. And it's got obviously smoked paprika in it. So the whole idea is it is a cabbage-based ferment, but we wanted to give it that smokiness, just a little bit of smoke. It's got its real fans.
It's got its real fans.
I like it. I do eat it. I actually enjoy this one, but it's totally different than the other ones. It's just a deeper, smoky flavor.
If I had to come up with one description, it's cabbage chili.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
It is cabbage
It's like a chili flavor, huh?
That is like eating chili. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So you could literally use that as a substitute. Someone who wanted chili like that on a hot dog. Or make For the vegans, they make the carrot dogs with your chili cabbage on top. You wouldn't be missing out on nothing, except meat. That is very unique. This has been awesome so far because they're just so different. Some of them are hard to describe, like besides like just point blank is what it tastes like. But that was really cool. I would take this one with this one on top of some French fries, some sour cream, call it a day.
We have a lot of fun taste testing these with people that have never tried some of them. There's a lot of people that grandma was from Germany and have tried classic krauts, and then once they go through the whole thing, there's a whole spectrum of flavor you can get that we weren't aware of, that most people have never even tried.
All right, so here, who is the kimchi the one you get criticized on the most?
No.
I would think so, just because it's the most common.
Yeah, and it's like, everybody had their grandma version, or exactly. We have a lot of ex-military who I spent 20 years in Korea. Right. And they'll taste it. They want to be like, I know this is going to be not the official version.
It's not going to be right.
And you try it and it's like, okay, I get it.
Oh, it definitely has that briny, you go to, it's going to punch you. Even the you can tell by the leaves that are going to be the right texture and everything. You got little carrots, all right. I will eat that whole jar.
This is what we eat the most of, is the kimchi, for sure.
Wow. Okay. Before that, the best kimchi I ever got was from Suna's, before she passed away, at her restaurant. Nowhere else even close. This is better. That's
some big shoes to fill. Rest in peace.
Holy cow.
We really like our own kimchi. We eat a lot. We put it on sticky rice.
Oh, yeah, just kimchi and rice.
Yeah, just straight up.
I was just telling your wife before we started trying everything. I love kimchi spam and eggs.
Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. What a combo.
Oh, man. That is... I will drive all the way to Bisbee just to get the kimchi and this one. And I want to get one of these from you. But I do. I want to turn that into a soup and then bring it back to you.
That would be awesome. I would love
just for you to try it, especially with your cottage license, because now you can do meats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
This is the only...
I could just stop right there and just eat the rest of that kimchi.
This one is Napa cabbage. It's not regular cabbage.
Yeah.
This one has no cabbage in it that you're about to try.
Really?
Yeah, it's purple daikon and shredded carrots.
I love daikon.
This is also the only one that's not vegan. It does use a fish oil to start the fermentation on it. Because it doesn't have cabbage, it does take much longer to ferment without that.
So how long does that one take compared to, you said 10 days?
10 days. Well, with the fish oil, it's still 10 days. It's the same. But without it, we did one, I think we may have tried it without it, and it was like weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah, so it's a compromise for some people. Some people won't try it because of the fish oil, but you don't taste that fish oil at all.
Well, I think where you
even
guys are
kimchi typically has that, but we don't do it. We do.
Yeah, well, because in Bisbee, I think you guys just have such a larger market for vegans and vegetarians and stuff.
Sure.
That we just, in my experience, I gotta make sure I make that statement so people don't attack me. In my experience, there's not a big demand for it here.
We are not vegans, but we don't want to exclude anybody. If people want to try our stuff, it's almost like a crunchy sriracha is the best way to describe it. I think it's like the old version of sriracha.
It's got some good heat. I'm not a fan of the texture.
The texture is just shredded, huh?
Yeah, it's like almost like grain. I guess it's maybe because it's just a different vegetable. Yeah, and I think it's because I went through all these.
Oh yeah.
And then my mouth is kind of going, what's that?
It's like
but the flavor is really spicy.
We advertise it as a relish. A lot of people who buy this,
there you go.
It's not really.
It's not something
out of the jar. It would be like. We got people that put it in their burritos, put it in their wraps and stuff like that.
That would be
as a relish.
That makes perfect sense.
Think of it as like a texture added version of a sriracha, but it's a live ferment. Like sriracha is fermented too, but it's not as good as it used to be. Their peppers don't exist anymore that they used to use. So this is like, I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it. We love this on. If we're doing some sort of an Asian dish and we just want that little extra heat, a little extra crunch,
that would make
sprinkle
perfect
that on
sense.
top as a relish. And
Actually,
we've been
I
selling it.
think it would actually probably be good on certain sushi rolls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, certain
Exactly.
sushi rolls that would be really good because then it gives you the texture complexity with the rice and whatever or the
Mhm.
filling and all that would work out really well. But I think you hit it on the head though. It's for me, it's not a eat it by the spoon. And I was just kind of
Yeah.
it was missing something as we talked about earlier, right? All right, what's the last one?
So this is the Shiva Kraut. I think it's probably the most unique of the flavors, just because I've never even seen this before we started making it. But it is a sort of an Indian curry masala style.
curry. You're
It's
speaking my
got
love
Thai
language.
peppers in it. It is going to have a little bit of a kick to it, but it's fenugreek, fennel seeds.
Smells so good.
The fenugreek kind of has a maple forward flavor, which is
Mhm.
interesting. There's no maple in it, but you get that.
You do. You have the.
It's a wild
You can
flavor.
smell the curry. It's like a Indian version of kimchi.
We can put that on Indian food. We put it on like even Greek food. We put it on, sprinkle that on Greek fries, or like garlic fries. Sprinkle it on like hero meat.
What the?
Yeah, right. Like,
What am I eating? That is so differently awesome. It literally just made me laugh. Like I am so confused right now on what I am eating. It is a pancake cabbage syrup spicy lunch.
we didn't know what the profile was going to like
But it
create after the
works.
fermentation. Yeah, like as soon as we started eating it and enjoying it and sharing, people were like,
have you
"I'll
seen-
take 2 jars."
Have you seen all the crazy ass ice creams that people come up with?
Yeah,
You should make a freaking ice
That
cream.
could go-
with that could be
that would be
an ice.
wild.
Her face. His wife is just standing here watching this. By the way, hi Heather. But I'm telling you, it with all the mac and cheese ice cream I've seen.
You guys
and
want a
the
kraut
dill pickle
sundae?
ice cream? You're right though. It has that maple. That is one of the most awkward things I've ever eaten in my life.
It's
But in
interesting.
like in an awesome way. Like it was not awkwardly bad. Like I didn't want to eat. Like I would eat more. That is, I literally don't know what I would do with that. I have no idea what I would do with that.
You got to pair it with something that really brings that flavor into the right like world. Because like when I first try it by itself, I'm thinking it's like, okay, it's got some maple flavor, and then my
Right?
brain goes to like the desserts and stuff like that, pancakes, things like that. But if you try it with like just straight up hero meat, or try it with like lamb kebabs, anything like that, it brings it right back to like what it is, which is like that masala Indian curry flavor.
Yeah.
But man, it's wild. It's hard to describe
wild.
that.
That is wild. That the kimchi was my favorite out of everything. That has to be second because it was just mind explosion. Then this one just because of how much it excites me for its what it can do besides what it is, what else it can become.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is your transformer right here.
Oh yeah.
It can become so many different things.
Put this in a quesadilla. Like,
all of them is so good. The hummuses were amazing. The bread, that sourdough, crazy chew, so much sour. What you guys are doing is phenomenal. I cannot believe how lucky Bisbee is to have the Bisbone ferments there. So with that, I just want to thank everyone for watching this episode, and Mark and Heather for coming in and sharing your business and kind of the insights of what you do. Go to the Bisbee Farmers Market. That's where you can purchase for now. Maybe in the future we'll convince them to come to Sierra Vista. I'll keep working on it because I'm going to want some of this stuff. And then real quick, if you want to win one of the ferments, we're going to go with, I don't know which one. I'm going to pick out one. And a thing of the sourdough bread and one of the hummuses, you need to comment fermented in the comments. If you comment fermented, you will be entered, and we will get that drawing done a couple days after this airs. Which also brings me to the last thing before I sign off here. Sunday, I'm heading to Vegas. We're taking off for 5 days. Going to be recording at some of the big restaurants there to bring it back to Cochise County and start our first on-the-road series, our Taste Your Way Through Life Vegas series. So make sure you tune in. That'll start airing in March. But when I return from Vegas, we will get the drawing done. We might be able to make it down to Bisbee to do the drawing. If not, I'll just do it here. Like I said, you're going to win a jar, a bread, and a hummus. So with that, oh man, what am I going to sign out of here? I'm going with the sourdough. I'm going to go with some bread and do some hummus. And I got to go back to this one. I'll use a clean spoon in case I'm not taking this.
You could do a hummus and some ferment on there if you chose to.
Oh, we'll just go with this because that one's put away. But anyways, Mark, thanks again for coming.
Anytime.
Heather, you too, even though she's behind the scenes. I'm Brady McManus, your host of the Coolfm Foodies Show. And as always, taste your way through life and fill up on adventure.